my whole thing is that I'm gonna be like a part of like a sort of newer race of like semi AI, semi-human like hybrid. Or I'm like Waxamill.ion. That's my name for this. Lose loot upon death. Extraction mechanics cannot be changed later. Okay, so I guess we're at to go with. I know they wanted to fight back. They say, no, please use me. No, just because the controller is recommended doesn't mean you have to use it. No, you never use me. How are you gonna get better, idiot? No. This is getting like quieter as I like push it away. You'll come back to me. You'll always need me. So it like shies away from like the light, Gollum style. Automatically shoot. But just going with the recommended here. Let's see what we got for our loadouts here. We got Scout. Okay, of course, the standard old main character first default option. A quick and nimble lightweight rig suited to long-range aerial combat. Taken by bandit deserters who felt the highwaymen had begun to take things too far. Okay, I like that little bit of lore right there. Taken by bandit deserters who felt the highwaymen had begun to take things... Okay, yeah. Taken by bandit deserters. Huh. So I guess, like literally there was just a whole entire model that was just like swiped from like the highwayman, and the highwaymen just seemingly don't have it anymore. Or we do have it, I don't know, because should be the highwayman, I would imagine. I don't think I'm going to be able to choose like a faction or something. Like, I don't know, like maybe there's like some sort of lore we're gonna like talk about with some like things. It's just like, hey, we kind of messed up and we hired this intern who was red flag, very much a highway bandit. I mean, like their name was like Jim O. Spoon. They had like oil all over their face. They didn't have like a corporate approved haircut or anything. Hell, they had like holes in their like suits where it was like functionality was easy for like quick fapping. So it's just like they come from a place where it's just like, you know, that's just kind of just more a casual thing in this post-apocalyptic or like sci-fi world. So I don't know, we should have been able to tell that it was going to be a bandit deserter who was going to steal our blueprint for a whole entire model of a mecha. And then, you know, we had to go through the process of getting finding the guy who designed it, like Bruce Banner style. They went to like space Taiwan and was trying to like just be under the radar, but we found them eventually. Scrapper, a middleweight rig that is decent at just about everything. Smokered away by militia defectors intent on mounting a resistance against the very resistance they had joined so many years ago. Okay, so apparently our A&R department and our internal security and whatnot is just very bad at their jobs. I don't even know, like, how do they even do this? It has to have been like the blueprints, because I don't know, like Taken could be said as like, oh, someone could have just as easily gotten into the model itself and like escaped with the rig, like via obviously a lot of like IRL military operations, but fictionally and I guess most recently Andor with stealing a prototype spaceship. That makes sense when you got Taken. But smuggled away is kind of different. Like there was just a full-on like big like 18-wheeler accompaniable, like I guess 24-wheeler accompaniable like mech transportable truck, or they're going by sea and they just had to like really just whistle right by every guard, every like AI camera, every like droid security bot. Like, oh, I'm just taking it outside for you. We're going for a EM calibration unit testing. No questions. This is from the top. This is above your pay grade. A sturdy but slow heavyweight rig which excels at close range combat and the use of melee weapons. Originally stolen to enable the escape of a group of indentured employees from a corporal labor colony. Damn. Now that one I can get behind the most too, honestly. That like has like the most backstory I can immediately just like dwell upon and think up. Or it's like, you know, so many like years of like captivity from like and it's not apparently, I guess, I don't even know, man. There's like so many factions going on, a lot of good lore, crazy lore going here. Yeah, indentured employees, I'm guessing it's sort of a similar situation where it's like the sort of thing where like people who get promised visas to different countries and then those visas get held by like their quote unquote employers. Yeah, it's probably one of those things where like the knights are like the suits, the tiny bit higher up and more trusted indentured employees like used, and it's just like, you know, fuck it. No matter who is getting taken out in this operation, the simple fact that one of us will escape is what's gonna matter, baby. And you know what? Hey, look, think of it as like the one sign-off bonus this company is gonna guarantee you in life. If we try to escape, you're dead. You're severed in more ways than one. An overly heavy rig with flimsy armor, pretty bad at everything. This rig was scrounged together from the broken remains of mechs piloted by those at the bottom of the totem pole. Should not be used as a long-term solution. I like how it's at the bottom. You have to scroll all the way down to it. It's definitely not, it's like the opposite of recommended. It just straight up just says pretty bad at everything. Not terrible, not bad, but just pretty bad at everything. It's like the whole sort of thing where it's just like you're not good and you're not bad. You're just kind of like towards the middle, or it's kind of just like forgettable. But we didn't want to completely name it forgettable. Somehow in testing processes, when we put forgettable as the name, the robots somehow gained sentience and just kind of just either committed suicide or just like walked off into the forest and were never seen again. I mean, it's but once we changed it to expendable, I don't know, they kind of had a little bit of like a more RP factor to it. And kind of like a good bit of them were kind of just like, you know what, I'll prove you wrong, and then immediately we were proven right. They were blown up. I feel like Expendable and Scrapper are like, they got to be like brothers from like the same like mech inventor. Or they had like a lore, like they had like an RP set in their mind where it's just like, yeah, this one's just, you know, decent about everything. Like there's like the slightly like younger brother that came in and it just like started like very quickly outshining the older brother, who kind of just like really sucks at everything, and like it wasn't really shown how bad they were at anything until like the younger brother came around. Or maybe like the brother-in-law, the little brother-in-law. So hopefully it's just like, I don't know, like an alien situation where it's at least like a cat. There's like the base cat was put in like a little like cryo vault, like a full human cryo vault or something, or like maybe they have like a pet cryo vault. Like a little pet, like a little cat carrier. Maybe that'll be it. Hopefully that'll be it. Maybe. Hopefully it won't just be like a corpo or something, like a higher up. Although that will likely be the case. Survivor likely related to the presence of pre-fall pilot implants. Oh, survival, not survivor. The survivor is in the process of being resuscitated. My hope is that they will be willing to pilot one of the prototype rigs we found over the years. The settlement may not survive another cycle otherwise. This could change everything. Wow. That's incredible. I mean, that's like a full Neo situation where you get like rebirthed. You're like, I literally don't even know what this body is anymore. I can barely feel things. It's like my whole body is basically little bits of like flimsy rubber and plastic held together with very goopy glue. So if I like move my arms right now, it's gonna like I don't even think I can. I don't think my brain remembers that. I think I purged that information out like a couple cycles ago. And then immediately they're just like straight, like a clothes shoot, for dirty clothes. You just whoop right down a pipe into a mech. Yeah. Tutorial, free parts. That's funny. That's kind of funny. I like that. And it's flashing too. Parentheses, exclamation point. And they really went through a lot of trial and error to like a couple like alphas and betas where like nobody was doing the tutorial. I mean, they really had to go through a couple changes on that one. Welcome to Rig Riot. Look behind you. I don't like that at all. Why are you giving me like vibes of like an indie like horror like jump scare moment where it's just like, yeah, so what if it's cheap? It worked. like a mecha shouldn't be walking like it has somewhere to go. Like it really has somewhere to go. And I don't mean like an objective. I mean like the grocery store. Or picking up their kids from soccer. Your boosters allow your rig to move horizontally more quickly. Brilliant boost. Press the booster toggle button to turn your boosters on or off. Why is it called that? Why is it called Brilliant Boost? Like it's some sort of like Temu, like barely translated like Chinese item. Or it's just like, I don't know why you had to put an adjective there. Could have just said boost, but okay. Oh, and it's brilliant too? Sure, really selling it. Tactical toggle. Boosters do not cost energy, but your energy recharge delay is halved while they are deactivated. That's definitely like the way you hold a blade, anime style. One arm on the offhand. You're charging it up for a swing. Like you're concentrating your like cheese / fossil fuel oil. The charge forward with like the sideways slash. Oh, it's so good. I will cleave my enemies in twain. As like slash. I do like that it's pretty, it's literally just gives you the ability to move off of the wall. It's nothing like a special animation or anything. Whatever. It's a demo. Get out of here. And if we did it, we'd have to do it for all 4 of the mechas. What's up dash? Yeah, that's funny. Hey bro, you ever heard of Updash? What's Updash? Well, honestly, it's a sponsored app that is sponsoring me for your quick mecha parts delivery needs. But also, dash boosts are your main tool for avoiding enemy attacks, faster movement, and also causes enemies to be less accurate. Press the dash button while holding a movement input to execute a quick dash in that direction. Here with your engineer shit, dot, dot, dot. Was that close enough? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I heard that song. It's been an old meme from long ago. The turbo boost is a fast but costly movement option, which also increases your rig's turn speed and flight boost speed. Activating your turbo boost while holding a movement input causes your turbo boost to activate at full speed in your arrow direction after a short delay. Activating your turbo boost while holding a movement input causes it to activate instantly without providing an initial launch. Useful in a pinch if you need to turn quickly with a slower rig. Okay, cool. I see that. Turbo time! Nah. You can't be saying that you can't say that out loud. Like, it's an official, like, terminology, but you can't say turbo time, no. You know, you immediately sound like you're part of some, like, Disney Channel, like, movie about, like, I don't know, like a sloth that wants to be part of, like, a defense force, but is, like, too slow to be able to do anything themselves, so they had to get in a mecha. And then the mecha's name is, like, TT or some shit. Combat! Alright, now we're getting into the juicy stuff. Now we're gonna grind our gears, we're gonna get them oiled. Okay, we pretty much already figured this out. Homing weapons. Hey, one at a time now. One at a time. You're in line now. Shoo away. Let's get out of here. That's what I thought. Be a little patient now. Patience is a virtue. Upon switching targets, homing weapons need a moment to lock on. Wait for the yellow bar to fill up before firing, or your shots will not home in. Yeah, you really gotta, like, discipline, like, the bullets and whatnot. You really gotta, like, do, like, the whole, like, hey, team roundup now. Okay, so here's the agenda for the day before our shift starts. Alright, so, wacky cowboy bullet. You got, left shoulder tendon, pretty, problematic Native American bullet. No, don't do the sound. You're about to do it on command, like it's a sort of, like, reflex thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're working on this now. Said you can still wear the garb, we can still wear the outfit, but you can't do the sound, okay? Alright, you're going for the, you're going for the right foot. So, kind of, like, activate them or something, because I feel like we could have had, like, a little bit of a sandbag model here instead of just a full-on, like, I have no power, yet I must scream as, like, bot that's just gonna take whatever I dish out at it. Do I just not have that as a weapon? Is that just an impotent, like, input? Missile multi-lock. Multi-lock. She knows what multi-lock is. She doesn't need a tutorial. Missile launchers can be fired at multiple enemies at once. Hold until the missile's ammo indicator turns orange and you hear a click. Jump pads. Not all rigs are exceptional at flight. If the compass indicates that your objective is above you, use the compass to find a jump pad. Use the compass at the top of the screen to search for the icons corresponding to different interactables. Also, here's a little bonus hidden window for the menu on that one. No, it's not just made up by the streamer. We wanted to install jump pads because, honestly, we all need a little bit of fun and whimsy in life. I mean, look at the sandbox, desertish, rustish world we're all living in. We're all just, like, piloting mechs from awakenings, from comas till death. It's just gonna be a horrific cycle. So, hey, every once in a while, we just have these little, like, trampolines here for you to just have, like, a little bit of, like a little bit of joy and whimsy, you know, just a little bit. Let your what would it be, a kid version of a mech? Let your inner build out. Let your inner screw out. Damn, that kind of sucks. I mean, I know it's just a demo, but when I went to, like, specialty services, I thought it'd be some sort of thing, like, I don't know, like, places you could send your mechas to, like, do, like, some sort of, like, training. It's, you know, you go to like the buffer, you go to, like, the little, like, the decal shop. They, like, do some, like, light, not cosmetic, but, like, a light work to your thing, to your, like, rig, to give it slight, like, I don't know, more agility at the expense of, like, less defense. No, it's just scrapyard. Pretty much like your specialty service. Yeah, a fucking moratorium. You're getting a funeral home. Yeah, we're pretty much just a cemetery. And we haven't learned a lot of, like, recycling techniques, aka, like, cremation for mechs. And then would that be like a little like cube instead of like a jar? You just have like a little like cube. You can pay extra at like the funeral home. You can get one of those like clear cubes you can like shine RGB lights through. It contains like a little bit of like their like memory chip in the middle. The waste, stomping grounds of the bandit highwaymen. These parasites attack the settlement. I don't like that wording. I don't like that wording if anybody uses it, really. These parasites attack the settlements. Supply convoys constantly, and historically there isn't much we've been able to do about it. That's where you come in. Attack their camps, reclaim what they've stolen, and all of us in the settlement will sleep easier. The counselor. Yeah, I don't especially like it when someone named the counselor is calling people like the parasites. Yeah, no, how about that? What if I call you the jackass? What are you gonna do then? Huh? What are you gonna do about that? How about the counselor? Huh? Didn't like that one? I mean, that's just like if Palpatine like gave like Anakin a midnight call, and it's just like, so I saw your dream browser history and whatnot. I was looking into your mind, and I can kind of tell you want to go on a genocide. So, yeah, go for it. Why is it always just turning around? Turn around every now and again. It just, then it's loading up the enemy. Turn around, mech. I forgot how to fucking float. Hold up, I'm getting back up there. Give me a moment. I gotta get in the. The hell is that? This. What the? Where you at? Oh, pesky ass flies. Come on, get me up there. Ha! I even got the fly swatter and everything. A little overkill, buddy, as they're like floating down with like their head still like conscious. Do I just only have one weapon? Yeah, why is there a little like fucking doggy door for humans? I don't like the implications of that. A heavy melee weapon which deals damage by creating an explosion is fucking awesome. Kind of like a Bakugo like weapon. I always like honestly, I really do like that. Like the type of person in an anime that has like a fist as their weapon, but they're like kind of like slightly mechanized or instrument boosted fist, like the ones with like the little like fucking bars that come like out of like from like jutting away from the hands, and I don't know, you like punch somebody and then like the bars go with like they go and you did like extra damage or some bullshit, or it's like a boost for your like fist. I always like that kind of like approach to melee. Or using like air burst to like increase your like speed and like your weight and whatnot for like a harder impact. I don't know, it's just pile bunker. It's just Shooty McGun challenges you to a duel. Yeah, I don't know about it. Shooty McGun, that kind of just feels like that's gonna be like a 12-year-old that's gonna be like, my dad was killed by a highway bandit, man, and I'm trying to prove a point. This is the beginning of the arc where the main character has to like dissuade a child from getting themselves killed by challenging the main villain of the arc. Yeah, I don't know about it. One Piece ass shit that named Shooty McGun. Dude, I'm getting killed by Droney McDouchebag. I'm not gonna fucking take on shotgun fiend Shooty McGun. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Ha ha, little dumbass. You're not tall enough to get on this ride, buddy. How about you go and play the tutorial, jackass? You didn't even do the tutorial. You named yourself Shooty McGun and thought that was gonna be good? That was gonna be good enough? No. Just because you're like a nepo baby and you're able to invest in getting a $quadrillion like mech suit that clearly outclasses me. Oh, no. Come on, man. Let me get him down like at least 1,000 health. Oh! Oh, that sucked. Run stats, 5.5 minutes. A cursor's up in the corner for some reason. Go away. Scrap earned 1. Yay! Enemies destroyed 4. Final attack damage 83. Oh, God. Seems like a lot of damage over time. Like 21,000, but I doubt it. If we actually get good and like do a good run, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be way more higher. But we got something. We got scrap, main currency. Okay. Receive scrap when opening war chests for completing objectives. Scraps can be spent on settlement fortification upgrades within the garage. Okay. Kind of seems a little odd to just like, whoops. To like say you're locking starting weapons in the settlement fortification, rather than say you're unlocking a facility that then you get the weapons from. I mean, maybe that's what it's going to be like, but it kind of just sounds like some sort of like collectathon thing where it's like I walk up to a chest that says I need like 15 puzzle pieces to unlock this chest and get a new mechanic, you know? Yeah, we suck. Only got one scrap. Holy shit. How about not taking on Shooty McGun? I mean, it's literally like that was just like a couple buildings away from your starting location, from your spawn point. The guy was named Shooty McGun, so sorry, maybe in this world, maybe cringe usernames, like it'll be a capital X, lowercase x, underscore, Mecha Mangler, Dark Mecha Lord, 42069. So sorry if I underestimated them based on the name.